Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be filming a makeup video, throwing it back to trying out some new products, and one of them, so I'm going to be trying out a new primer and a new foundation, and I know you're not typically supposed to do that. When trying new foundations or primers, you're supposed to do one new, one like tried and true trusted product to make sure they both work, but I'm feeling rebellious today, so we're going to be playing with some new makeup. Primarily, what I'm really curious about is this new PUR 4-in-1 Love Your Selfie foundation. I know there's been a lot of reviews from like big beauty gurus on this product, but none of them have my particular skin type really, so I'm kind of curious to see. I mean, some of them kind of do, but you know, we're all different, so I'm curious to see how it works for me. If you guys are wondering, I do have combination skin. I do get very oily in my T-zone here, but I can be really dry elsewhere. The other thing is I have very sensitive skin, so I want to see how it wears for me as well. And yes, I'm fully aware that I am so sunburned right now, so I'm also curious to see just how full coverage and just how well this does to hide the very obvious blinding lobster redness. But before I get into all of the products and trying out new things, make sure you guys subscribe and hit the notification bell down below so make sure you don't miss out on any future videos. But without further ado, let's get into the makeup. Okay, so just kind of throw the hair back for now and get it away from the face. So again, like I said, I'm trying a new primer. This one has some really good reviews on it. It's not new to like the market new, it's just new to me new. Swear, I have this cat and he wants in. I let him in, then he wants out. Be right back. Okay, anyway, so it's not new to the market, it's just new to me and it has good reviews on it, and I need a new primer anyway. It was on sale, so there you go. So now we're reviewing this too. This is the number 7 Airbrush Away Radiance Boosting Primer. It does say it's suitable for sensitive skin, so thank you there. It says smooth over moisturized skin, which I did already moisturize, and allow to absorb. This creates a skin perfecting base to apply your foundation. So I usually apply my primers with just my fingers, so that's what I'm gonna do today. That's what we're gonna do. So this is kind of what it looks like. It's just like a kind of a creamy texture. Doesn't really have a smell to it, so we're just gonna smooth that over. Okay, so I do just see the radiance coming through. It's definitely a little glowy, and it did help smooth it out a little bit. Went from red to a little more of a pink. So we'll see how she performs. It does also say that it's supposed to create a flawless airbrush look, but it's also supposed to keep makeup in place for 12 hours. Most of my makeup doesn't last for 12 hours no matter what I use, so I don't know if I believe that. But it says for days when you really want your skin to look radiant and makeup to apply effortlessly. Isn't that like every day? So we're gonna move to the main event. We've done our opening act here. So this again is the PUR 4-in-1 Love Your Selfie foundation. Now this is the one where they do have like 100 shades. I bought mine at Ulta, and they definitely only did not have that many available, either online or in store. So I have no idea. I tried to shade match a little bit. Like if you go into the PUR website, you can choose like your foundation that you wear that matches your skin currently, and it kind of creates, oh, this is what you would be in this foundation. This is your shade here. I don't know if I necessarily believe that, and I tried to go in store and do some swatches, and see which ones would work, though they didn't have, again, nearly as many in store as they did online available. So, but I did choose the shade MN1, so medium neutral 1. I almost got a light shade, but I'm glad because with the sunburn, hopefully be a little more tan and it'll all work out. So I'm going to use it as the foundation, not the concealer. If you guys haven't watched any of those videos yet, you'll know that if you take, it does have the traditional pump for the foundation. First of all, if you let's just assume you haven't seen these videos. I'm sure you have, but just in case. This is what it looks like. The packaging is really super cute. It looks really nice. It is plastic though, it is not glass. So you don't have to worry about it breaking super easily, but you have, not only do you have the pump, but you can take it off, and you have the doe foot applicator here for your concealer. So you can do it either or. I'm just going to use it like in my normal foundations. By the way, if you want to see this, I know it's dirty. It's been dirty. Let's move on. This is the foundation right here. So it is definitely a liquidy, but it's not like dripping wet liquid consistency. And I'm just going to use part of it with a sponge, and I am also going to try with it. PUR came out with a brush specific, I think it was specifically, I'm making a damn mess in here. I think it was specifically for this particular launch, but that we have this brush right here. So I'm also going to apply some of it on the brush and 1/2 sponge on the other. So we're going to start first with the sponge side. Oh dang. My goodness. That was a lot. Okay, there's no pink, no red. You cannot see any of the acne or acne scars that I have. That is full coverage. Holy smokes, that is full coverage. Okay, so I know I'm looking all crazy right now, but first impressions right off the bat with this sponge. Okay, that covered literally everything. I mean, literally everything. It's gone. Blank canvas. Amazing. Amazing. And it also doesn't look cakey. Like, you know, sometimes you'll have like full coverages that just, they look, well, chunky and cakey, and they look like they're kind of drying out your skin. It looks like you're wearing a ton of makeup. This doesn't look like I'm wearing a ton of makeup. It just looks like I have a foundation on, but again, it doesn't look like it's heavy or extra or too much or anything like that. It looks really nice. My one complaint is this is not a medium shade. This is light. So I'm going to have to add probably some of these mixing drops in them to make it darker, because I remember being in store and trying a lighter shade, like it was like light neutral 6 or something, and I was like, I probably should go one more, and I went to medium. This is not medium, you guys. This is still very light. It's too light for me, but that's okay. We can fix that. Just kind of a heads up. Medium doesn't necessarily mean medium. And I remember watching some of the other reviews and thinking that like the other beauty gurus were like, those are really dark, that's not really this. But anyway, that's a small issue. More importantly, hello coverage, and it looks amazing on the skin. So now I'm going to go in with the brush on the other side. By the way, if you haven't seen anybody using the brush, it's a little weird. It has this little like plastic, it's not a ball, but it makes you think of one in the center surrounded by that. And I guess you would put the foundation in the middle and it would evenly disperse. I don't know. I didn't design it. I'm just going with it. I can already tell you I'm gonna like it better with this sponge. It's just not going on as evenly, and it's definitely not as full coverage over here. It doesn't look bad at all with the brush, and if you were a brush person, you'll probably really like this despite it being a little wonky. But it's just not my thing, so I'm gonna go and finish with the sponge. I can already tell you, I'm not digging the brush as much as I am the sponge. Anyway, yeah, this, either way, both sides, brush, sponge, whichever you prefer, it looks really, really nice on the skin. I mean, like it does. It looks kind of airbrushed. It was, again, you can see it was a little less full coverage on this side where I used the brush. I'm trying to touch it up a little bit, but I don't want to build it up too much because honestly, you don't need it. This was like a pump and a half for my full face with this much coverage. And normally it's about how much I use no matter what foundation I use, full coverage, or if I just want something light. So I didn't just like pack it on, you know, but it's looking really, really good on the skin. Really, really smooth. Let me zoom in before I put on any powder or anything like that. Okay, so I know you're like super up close, and I know I'm looking a little like ghost face here, but we'll fix that with the rest of the makeup. But just like, look how flawless my skin looks with just a little bit of foundation. It looks amazing. I'm super impressed with this. I won't be doing too much of a wear test because it is already later in the afternoon. It's about 2 o'clock already, but I will wear it throughout the day and just put some notes in the description box down below to let you know how it wore in case you wanted to see after 6-8 hours how it works out, because it's probably about how long I'll have it on. Anyway, I'm going to zoom out, finish with the rest of my face, and I will be right back. Okay, so the rest of my makeup is now on, and overall, again, I'm still very happy with the way everything went on top of it. My bronzer was coming out a little muddy, but I know that has nothing to do with the foundation, but just kind of like ignore like right here where it's looking all weird, just pretend that it's not. But overall, just like, I didn't put on any concealer first of all, which is rare for me because I have really dark under eyes, like, and I usually have a lot of bags under my eyes. But yeah, overall, it's looking really, really good. Even around my nose, which is usually where, even when I use a sponge, sometimes it doesn't lay right or it gets really oily easily. So it will move and shift quite a bit where I do still see that like happening. Like, I think it's going to happen as I wear the foundation. Overall, it looks so nice on my skin, especially for how full freaking coverage it is. It looks beautiful. My only complaint is just that the colors don't really match, but there's, you know what you would think, again, medium. It was ghost face on me. It was paler than some of my light to medium foundations that I have. So that was really the only complaint, is just the color description, I think, was quite a bit off on the expectations there. But overall, it looks beautiful on my skin. I'm not disappointed with this foundation at all, especially first impressions. I think it's absolutely beautiful. And I think it's only like $36, something like that. I mean, so it is pricier than a drugstore foundation, but it's not like super bougie, and still pretty affordable for most people. So I think it's absolutely worth it. But if you try this foundation, let me know what you think in the comment section, and tell me what you think just here on my skin. Again, I kind of have combination skin. Now it's a little bit oily now that we're heading into summer and it's really humid here. So that will build up the oil collectivity, I guess, on my face faster and more so than in winter. But overall, I'm really liking the way it is turning out. Again, I will let you know kind of how it wore throughout the day in the description box down below. But thank you guys so much for watching. Again, don't forget to subscribe. But until I can get my next video out for you guys, as always, I hope you have a wonderful day.